So it's early afternoon here at the lovely Lyscombe Nature Reserve in Dorset Wildlife Trust, stroke Natural England site. Just had a new arrivals. We've had Longhorn Cattle feeding, grazing off the chalk grassland within the SSI Site of Special Scientific Interest components of the site. They've been in there for a couple of months, but now we have a new arrival. Some Konik horses, Konik Ponies from Poland. Well, these ones came from Wight, I think. And there are 3 of them. And let me see if I can find them. So they should be down on this slope somewhere. So the reserve ranger saw them here earlier today. So I thought I'd pop down and see if I can see them myself. No joy so far. Cracking view though, isn't it, down into Lyscombe Bowl. Lyscombe being a reedy coombe or something, a rushy coombe. So historically this would have been a wet basin in the chalk here, like a south-facing amphitheatre. And it would have been wet and reedy. Oh, there's a deer. Can't see any Koniks. Wonder where they are. It's much more open now that the old we had Longhorns in here initially. They've moved on to another unit within the SSI. And the Koniks are coming on behind them. We'll basically rotate them around these grazing units. I think there are 4 grazing units that make up the Site of Special Scientific Interest at Lyscombe. Chalk grassland. Got those 4 separate grazing units, so we'll rotate the animals around, the Longhorns and the Koniks, just to get this back into decent condition. They've made such a good job already, the old Longhorns. The aurochs, fake aurochs. Look at those anthills, superb. Really did need a bit of a grazing, which it now has. So eventually there are gates in this new fencing that's put up. The fencing basically ring fences the SSI areas, so we can graze those early. And eventually, after several years, we will have ring fenced the whole of the site, the whole of Lyscombe. It's 335 hectares. There'll be a couple of grazing units, but effectively it'll be much more widespread grazing. And the animals will be able to venture between the SSI and out into the wider site, wider rewilding site. SSI itself isn't subject to rewilding, obviously. It's managed to bring it back into favourable condition and to keep it that way, which means fairly open chalk grassland. So I can't see these Koniks. Quite a big unit, so I may not stumble upon them, but hopefully I do. They're basically white, so it should be fairly obvious. There's something white over there. What's that? It's a sign on a gate. Bit blowy today, bit windy. It's a great example of blending rewilding and more established conservation techniques. So the more established conservation techniques is basically habitat management, deliberate habitat management. And we're doing that here, and the rewilding is obviously putting all the elements back and then allowing nature to develop of its own accord without deliberate habitat management. So we're blending both of those approaches here. So SSI over the fence there, rewilding on this side, rewilding in the bowl, SSI management around the margins of the bowl on the steep ground. maybe I'm not going to see the Koniks. It's quite a big unit, this one. There's 2 of them down there. Try and zoom in a little bit. Very nice. Gonna come up and say hello? Probably not. Just enjoying grazing the chalk grassland slopes here. Zoom in a bit. First time I've met these, so I'm not sure how friendly they are. It's going to come and say hello by the looks of it. Maybe it'll trample me. Hello, buddy. Like it? You're lovely, aren't you? Don't know where number 3 has gone.